Dear brothers and sisters, Minglawa, I want to thank you firstly from the bottom of my heart for your prayers for Myanmar at this time. Yesterday was officially the annual Global Day of Prayer for Myanmar, and today my friends in CSW have organized this event to bring people together to reflect on and pray for the people of Myanmar. I cannot be with you on the line due to the time difference, but I'm very grateful that you have given me this opportunity to send this message. Myanmar today is in yet another chapter of darkness, bloodshed and repression. After a decade of reform and opening, in which, despite many challenges and storms, clouds along the way, we thought we had glimpsed the sun beginning to rise over our beautiful land, and the prospect, however fragile and faltering, of emerging into a new dawn of democracy, freedom, peace and justice. Today, we have been set back by more than a decade, taken back to the nightmare of military repression, brutality, violence and dictatorship. Since the coup on the 1st of February, we have witnessed the amazing courage, commitment and creativity of our people, demonstrating throughout the country in their thousands for many days. They have shown their determination not to allow their hard-won democracy and freedoms, their hopes of peace, to be stolen from them. It was a beautiful sight to see, a great inspiration. The sense of unity and solidarity in diversity with the different people of ethnicities and religions coming together for the same cause was very remarkable. But that was met with bullets, beatings, bloodsheds and grief. So many have been killed or wounded in our streets, and so many thousands have been arrested and disappeared. And in our ethnic states, including in places where ceasefire agreements had been signed some years ago, the military is once again attacking civilians, displacing thousands, and exacerbating humanitarian crisis that was already in existence, but now even more severe. Yet in these dark times, we hear the voice of the Lord calling the church still to be a witness, to be an instrument for justice and peace and reconciliation, to be his hands and feet in providing assistance to the poor and those in fear, to counter hatred with love. We hear the voice in Isaiah 65, 17 to 21, the first reading in the liturgy of the Mass in the Catholic Church around the world today. Thus says the Lord, now I create a new heavens and a new earth, and the past will not be remembered and will come no more to man's minds. Be glad and rejoice forever and ever for what I am creating, because I now create Jerusalem, joy, and her people gladness. No more will the sound of weeping or the sound of cries will be heard in her. No more will be found the infant living a few days only. They will build houses and inhabit them, plant vineyards and eat their fruit. Or the first verse of the Psalms 29 that we read today, I will praise you, Lord. You have rescued me and have not let my enemies rejoice over me. Or today's Gospel from St. John, which tells the story of the court official whom Jesus met in Cana, Galilee, whose son was sick and asked Jesus to cure him. Go home, said Jesus, your son will live. In these three passages, we hear the message of hope that is at the heart of our faith. And we, the church in Myanmar, hold on to that message. We will pray and work for a new Myanmar to be born out of this current tragedy. A Myanmar where truly every human being has an equal state in the country and equal rights to basic freedoms. A Myanmar where ethnic and religious diversity is celebrated and where we enjoy real peace. A Myanmar where the soldiers will put down their guns, step back from a power and do what an army is meant to do, defend rather than attack the people. A Myanmar to which God says, as Jesus said to the father of the dying man in the gospel today, your son will live, you will live. A Myanmar that rises again from the ashes. How do we get there? By faith, prayer, love, dialogue, and courage. By speaking out for truth, justice, freedom, peace, and democracy. And so we need your prayers now more than ever. Please pray for this vision for Myanmar. Pray for those who right now are in danger, in hiding, displaced, imprisoned, wounded, or grieving. Pray for the leaders of our democracy movement, for Aung San Suu Kyi and our colleagues, and for the leaders of the ethnic nationalities and all religious leaders. And pray for General Min Aung Hlaing and the military, that just as God turned the heart of Saul on the road to Damascus, He would change their hearts, make them stand back and prevent them from taking Myanmar further down a path of conflict, repression, and destruction. Pray even now, after all we have been through in the past 6 weeks, for the results of the elections in which the people, the will of the people was expressed so clearly to be respected, and for Myanmar to move to a path of a genuine democracy, accompanied by dialogue, reconciliation, justice, and peace. Pray that as Myanmar yet again is taken during this Lenten season down a real life journey of Calvary and Golgotha, a journey we have made it throughout so much of the past 7 decades. We might still, as a nation, see our resurrection, our Easter, before too long. May God bless you all.